Then this is what you see. You see a pivot table and the variables to choose for your pivot table. Then what I'm going to do is to get the status. I drag and drop it under rows, and the same variable I drag and drop it under values so that I can have the counts. Okay. This is what I get, and then I can make visualization out of it. So I go to pivot chart, click, and then I can be able to use any of those. Since it is a categorical variable, then it is either bar, column, or pie charts that can be used for this. So I'm going to go for a donut like yesterday and try to customize my chart. So if you want to make count of disappear and also what else, status disappear, you just go to pivot chart analyze. You will have fields button here to hide everything. Okay. So counts by status. Okay. And yeah, if you go to design here, you are going to see the designs. So if you want black, when you will be going to the HIC, the Health Intelligence Center, all their dashboards have black background. So for people to be able to see things properly. So this is what we are going to mimic here. And then if you want to add percentages on top, you can also come to the design here, the quick layout. You can take the first one. This first one is bringing the categories and percentages. Yeah, quick layout, and then you see the first one. Okay. So this is what I get. And what I did, just to make it a little bit fancy. Sorry, Control Z. Oh, it's not working today. Yes. Yeah, to say this is the part of budgets at risk. Yes. So this sheet can be named statistics, or you can call them pivots, okay? And we can add another one. We can call it also dashboard, okay? So you have one sheet for pivots and another one for dashboard. So we Are we together? Are we together, Mia, or Hamsin? Mia, say. Okay. Yeah, and if you want to also add on top of the name of the category and percentage, and you want to also see the values, you can do right click on one of them. Then you see format data label, and there you can check values. If you check values, then it will add the values. So it means that at risk we have 31, which represents 16%. On track we have 48, representing 25%, and watch 113, representing also 59%. Yeah. So now that you are done with this, if you want, you can save this as a template. You see, instead of redoing the design, and you can save it as a template. So next time, if you want to do another pie chart, you can just import the template, and then it will adapt to the new data. So how do we save it as a template? You can just do right click on top here, anywhere where there's no, like somewhere here, and then save as template. Okay, you save it as a template. Then I can call it, yeah, I already have some templates. I can call it, so customized pie chart. Okay. So you can give it any name, customized pie chart. So if you're done with the chart, you can click up here, do Control X to cut it, and you can move it to the dashboard. Okay. Can move it to the dashboard. Okay. Is it understood, or I should repeat this one? I repeat? Okay. Let me delete it. I'm going also to delete the pivot table. So this is how we do. So we go to the data. All right, let's follow. So you click on top of, you click on one of the columns like this, like ministry, click there and go to insert. So I'm going to go very slowly so that we do it together. Insert, and then under insert, you will be seeing pivot. And pivot has many options. When you will be having a data model, we also go for this one. But now it is just the first one, okay? So it will ask you, do you have an existing worksheet, or you are going to create another one? So I already have pivots here. So I'm going to use existing. If you don't have pivots, you can use a new worksheet, and then you rename it as pivots. So now it is asking me to point out where the existing one is. So I'm going to click here and come down to pivots and click on A1 or anywhere in this, and hit enter. right? Then okay. Are we together? Same page, right? So now we go, you take status, put it here. You can take also status again, or any other categorical variable, you put it here. Then you get the counts. Good. Now for the chart, since I already saved a template, I have two options. I can create one afresh, or I can use the template. So let me create one afresh, and then, so you go to pie chart. So pie, okay, and this one. Okay. Can I click OK? All right. Means everyone is doing it, and I can now make the counts of unnecessary things like status disappear. So I go to pie analysis, pie chart, pivot chart analysis, and then analyze, and then I can make everything vanish, like hide all. Yeah. And last thing, maybe not the least, you go to design and then choose the black background like this, and then you go to quick layout to take that first option to get names of the categories and percentages. Right. And you can rename the chart if you want. So counts by status to make it short. And you can even reduce the font size. So you go to home, and then you see the font size here. You can decrease the font size. Actually, you want to make place for the chart to be bigger. And last thing is to now bring the numbers if you want. So you right click on one of the parts, right? And then you choose format data label to add values. Yeah, then you can close this pane, and that's it. This is one thing. Now, if you want to bring the template, okay, let's say we don't have this one. Let me hide it. You already have a template that builds pie charts. You just want to bring it. So you just click on you click on this, and you go again to pivot table analyze, and then you see pivot charts. Now, instead of building it from scratch, you have templates. Okay. Now, if I take this existing template I had before, you see that it will just adapt to this template. You see, this is our data. This is a template I saved before. Okay. You see, this is from a template. Okay. So you can use your template, or you can come up with a new one, and so and so. So let me delete. I can go and take another one. So click on the pivot, and then go to pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. Now I can use a template. So you can use even bar if you want. You can use lines. So the one we defined is this one, right? So if I double click on it, you see it will bring it directly. So the only thing to do is to rename or change the title, and that's it. Yeah. So I already have an existing one. I can just cut it. So cutting is Control X on the chart to cut it, and then you go to the dashboard to paste it here. So before bringing another visual, let's make a title for our dashboard. So you can select and highlight up to just the first row, up to the end, like this. Select as large as you can, as big as you can, like this, right? Or I can add up to, yeah, up to Z, okay? Let's select up to Z. Now you see merge and center up here. So you select, and then you merge those cells together. So merge and center. Then it will become a single cell from A to Z, but it's now, if you write a formula in it, it's just one cell, okay? So you are going to say, write budget execution. Where am I? So we can call it budget execution dashboard. Now that it is text, you can play with it. You can make it bold. You can increase the font size. Yeah. You can even color the background if you want. Let's color it. Give a color you want. You can color it like this or gray. Yeah. Let's put it as this. Now we can move our visuals up this way. Okay. So you select from A to Z like this, right? Then click on merge and center, and you start writing in it. Start writing budget execution dashboard. Hit enter. Now you click on the text, right? Make it bold. And then you can now increase the font size this way. Is that okay? Then you can also fill the background. So the background filler is here. So get any color you want. So if you want to add more stuff like merge cells and then add explanations between the title and the graphics, it's up to you, but let's make it simple like this. So now that we are done with the title, you can click on the title, right? And go to, I think it's view. Go to view. Go to view and you can see freeze spans. Freeze pens, you can click on freeze pens. View. So click on the title, go to view. Then you will see freeze. When you click on freeze, you can say freeze the top row. Okay. This is the top row. So why do we do that? You see that you may want to keep the title visible. If you scroll down, graphics will go up, but the title will be still visible. See? So if you have many charts down, yeah, you can still see the dashboard title, but graphics can just move. Yes. So as an exercise for us to practice, so build a column chart for the average of approved budget by ministry, okay? And bring it here. So you build it in you build the pivot table in pivots and then bring it here, okay? Okay, sure. So build a column chart for the average of approved budget by ministry and bring it here. Yeah. It's exercise. So let's try until we get it. Build, not build. Yeah, for the average, it will be difficult. Maybe I can do it. So let's follow. So you go to the data again, right? Okay, and then click on ministry. So we are solving it together. Then we can add more stuff ourselves. For the average, I'm going to show you how to change sum into to average. So click on ministry and insert a pivot table. Then on the existing, because we already have a worksheet for all our pivot tables. So I'm going to click on existing. Okay. So I'm going to choose the pivot. And now enter. And okay. So the problem I'm getting is I didn't choose the range where it should sit. So once I'm in pivot like this, I have to choose where the pivot table should stand. So let me put it here. Now I can hit enter. Is it okay? Should I repeat? Hello. Are you able to do the second one? Or I repeat? Okay. Yeah. I can repeat 20 times. There's no problem about that. So I'll click on ministry, click on ministry and go to insert. And we have an existing workbook for our pivots. Then you click here to locate now where exactly the pivot should sit. So you go to pivots and indicate the place, okay, and hit enter. Then okay. Yeah, now you have a place to build another pivot table. So I'm going to now get ministries because we want average approved budget by ministry. So we have the name of our ministries there. Yes. And then I'm going to pull approved budget. So if you pull approved budget, you can put it under values. Now by default, you have sum of. Okay? By default, we have sum of, we can change it into average. So there's a drop down, right? There's a drop down here. If you click on it, you're going to see value field. Okay? Value field setting. Value field setting, you click on it. Now you can be able to change from sum to average. Okay? Then, okay. Right? Do we all have it? We check. Yeah. That's it. Just click on ministry. This one that's coming to oh, okay. So that is what I call it. now for the second one. So this is not an question. Voilà, c'est bon. All right, now let's customize. It is in dollars. It's in dollars, so let's transform values into dollars. So we go to home. From home, we have currency, right? We can apply currency on it. So we see English, United States. Okay. So if you want to remove the decimals, you can just do this. Yeah. Click here to remove decimals, and that's it. Okay. And you can still rename the the column name. You can change the column name into something else if you want. You can double click on it. Oh. Yeah, if you double click on the column name, you will see ways to rename or even change the aggregate function. So I'm going to rename as average of approved budget. Double click on the column name. Okay. Now I can click on what? The pivot table. Anywhere in the pivot table, I can click anywhere and I'll go back to pivot table analyze. And I can be able to include now my chart. Okay. So I said column, so we can take this column chart. So let's take the column chart. Once you have the column chart, you can come back to, you can click on OK. Okay.
Can I import chart?
Yes. Like if you have a template.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Yes. Like me, I have a template. If you want, I can change the chart type like this. Instead of building one afresh, I can go to template and bring this one. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So question, how do you make like average of approved budget ministry disappear? Hide all. From where?
Right click.
Here? Okay. Hide all. Very good.
Also,
I think. Yeah. Tell me the.
right click on it and
Yes.
hide.
That's it. Where is it?
Hide value button.
Yes, yes. This one. Yeah. This is a good shortcut. Thank you, thank you. So you can rename it, right? Average approved budget. By ministry. So since it is text, you can do Control A to select all. You can do Control B to bold it, Control I to emphasize. It's up to you if you want to make it fancy. It just text, okay? Now, if you want to change the design, go to Design up here near Pivot Charts. There you can be able to find, the one with, black background like this, right? Or this one. Yeah, this is better. Looks like the one we already built. So if you do a right click on the bars, you can be able to see add value labels. Do right click on one bar, you will see add value labels. If you click, it will bring the amounts on top of each bar. Okay. Now, if you don't want those lines, you can also remove them, these lines. So you click on one of them, like this. You see, until you see dots here. And you hit the button delete. You delete. Now you have no lines between the graphics. And this can be imported. Even this total, is it necessary to have it here? To save place, we can also click on it and delete it. Yeah, so that our bars could be expanded. Good. Yeah, so this is a nice visual that could be taken to our dashboard. So we can do Control X. So click in the edge, on the edge, so that if you click somewhere here and do Control X, it is taking it all. I thought maybe something, maybe it will take something in the middle. All right, so let me put it here. Now this exercise is solved. Yeah. Now another exercise. Another exercise is, so build again a column chart for the average of approved budgets. Just budgets by ministry. Now we are going to add a new another dimension by ministries and by quarter. So by ministry and by quarter. Yes, we need another visual. By ministry and by quarter. So if you need a hint, so take. Sorry? Yes, by quarters. No, by ministry and quarters. So we need something like this, and on top of this, you add quarters. So maybe it will be colored by quarter. Yeah. Yes, let me. This is, but the variable to aggregate is average approved budget. So quarter should not sit here. Quarter should sit on the budget. Now bring out the average. Yes. Yeah. That's it. Very good. Yeah, this is also one way of doing it. But yeah, but you can also yeah, you can take this part. Yeah. Yes. So make sure the pivot tables do not collapse. You have enough space in Excel. So if two pivot tables overlap, one will be destroyed. Yeah. Up. Okay. If you want to move values up, click on those values. Right click and then yes. Yeah. Inside outside. Outside. Wow. Maybe it is depending on the version. Because me, I have outside. Yeah, sorry about that. I think when you get back, you can request so that the ministry can buy a proper license for the organization. Yeah. But yes, if you take things what it's correct, but yes. That's what is looking nice already. That's nice. But the variable to put here is not the average approved by ministries. Yeah. So or you are solving the new lessons. If I just okay,
The new.
down. Yes. No. You drop and do it. Then you bring that forward. Yes. And then change some average. It's like what? But take the pattern 1, 2, 3. Take the 1, 2, 3, not the one with a year. Yeah. This is good. But we need a column chart. Well, it's also dangerous. In change, it is pattern instead of pattern. Yes, it's better. Yeah, because it's too clear that I want this part. Part and leave. Yes. Thank you. So let's do it together. So I go to to the main data or to the data source. So I'm on ministry. I can go to insert, pivot. I have an existing worksheet. Now I'm going to indicate where the pivot should sit. So let me put it down here and hit enter. Then okay. So I'm going to bring ministries under rows, quarter num under columns, and approved budget under values. And just change sum into average. So they are dollars, right? I can reproduce this one. If you want, you can just go to home and take the format penta and just use it on these values. Okay. Even this one, format penta, and I use it on this. Right? So I can click anywhere on the pivot chart and add a visual again. So Excel is already giving me this. So this is something I can go for, right? Something I can go for. Let me just double click on it. And yeah, I have a chart. Now it is time to customize it. Right click, hide all field button. Then what else should we do? What else could be done here? The background, right? So we go to design, and I can go for this one, which is good. And I can go to the layout to see whether I can find something good. Yeah, I can also bring numbers on top like this. So you notice that there is no title for this graph. You can still bring the title, okay? So to be able to bring the title, so you see that this plus sign in the top right corner. You can click on it and you have a chart title. Add the chart title. So average approved budget by what? By ministries, by ministry and quarter. Yes. So I'm going to cut it, Control X, and bring it to the dashboard. Yes. So next thing to bring to our dashboards is you can put slicers. Okay, slicers so that when you click on the categories, the graphic will change accordingly. So let's introduce now what is a slicer. So to insert a slicer, we need to click on either a graphic like this, or we can click on the graphic like this. Then you can see pivot charts appearing. So when you click on it, you can be able to insert a slicer. Okay. So click on the last graphic like this. Go to pivot charts, pivot chart analyze, and then you can insert what? A slicer. Now, we want to insert a slicer for quarter. Okay. Then you have the variable here, quarter num. Okay. So let's select quarter num. Are we together? And we click on OK. So we have our slicer. We can put it somewhere here. Now, if I click on the first quarter, you see how the graphic is changing? This is statistics for the second quarter, statistics for the third quarter, fourth quarter. Yeah. If you want to combine quarter 1 and 2, you can click on this button, multiple select. You can select quarter 1 and 2. Then they will appear directly on the graph dynamically. Okay. So as you can see, this slicer is connected to only this chart. You can even connect it to all if you want. So how do you connect it to all? Click on the slicer, then you see the button slicer, the menu slicer up here. Okay. Then you can see report connections under slicer. Now you can see that only pivot 4, which is this one, is linked to our slicer, so you can check pivot 3 and 2. So that when you click on pattern numbers, you can see everything changing. Okay. Yes. So now it is only the first quarter. If I uncheck multiple selections, first quarter, those are statistics for second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Yeah. Yes. Let's do again. Okay. Yes. So you click on the slicer.
No. Import the slicer.
Oh, okay. So if you want to import slicer, you click on one of the graphics like this. Okay. You click on this, then it will activate pivot analyze up here. And then you can insert a new one. So I've inserted already quarter now. I can insert another one, which is I can insert even a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the first example, we chose quarter new, which is this one. Now, this is another explanation. I'm going to choose a new one. Let me choose for the variable year, and then I will click OK. So we have all our years represented in the data here. So if you want the statistics for only 2023, for instance, for example. So if you click on 2023, since I clicked only on this chart, things are changing for this chart already. Yeah, but I can connect the new one to all of them. So I'm going to click on top. You click on the slicer, you see slicer appearing up here. Then you go to connections. See.
Okay.
Connections, report connection. Now you can include the other pivots.
All pivots.
Yeah, all pivots. Then you click OK. Now, if you are in 2022, those are the statistics for 2022, fourth quarter. If you want 2022 first quarter, is this one. Yeah, 2022 first and second quarter. Then you click on the multiple selection. Then you can select more than one quarter, and so and so. Yeah. Yes. All right. So now you can play with the data. include whatever you want in the dashboard.
For this one, right?
But if you want to see the
This can be many which private
It's a quarter. Instead of.
so let us do it.
This is before.
Once you are
Normally should be able to add them. Bottom should. I don't see.
why you very put this
Nice. So let's add another visual. So budget, another exercise, if you agree. So average budget average approved, and the other one is what? An actual, an average actual budget. By year. Yeah. So now we are going to use another type of plots. We call it combo. So instead of having like only one y-axis here, we are going to have one axis here and a second axis. So the first axis will be for average approved, and the second axis will be for the actual. Yes. So we have two lines. One line for approved, and the second line for actual. Yes. And by year. Yes. So first of all, you have to start doing the pivot table. So we need the variable for years, and then the variable for approved and actual. Yes. Yes. Combo plot. Like combination. So we insert a pivot, right? I will stop somewhere and then you'll finish the. So existing, I choose pivots. Yeah, let me add it up here so that I won't have things overlapping. Enter. Yes. So what should I bring down? Yeah. Okay. Hey, battery. Uh-huh. Okay. Budget approved. So the actual is actual expenditure. So now it is sum. What should I do? Yeah. So for the change, you have two ways. You can just double click on the name here. If you double click, you can have average, change it to average, and you can be able to rename also. Yes. And then okay. So do the same for where should we put the actual? No. In value again, yes. So you take actual, we put it again in value. And the same thing, double click, change the aggregate function, and you can edit the name. Yeah. All right. Now we want to change it into dollars. Okay. Dollars and remove all decimal numbers. How do we go about it? You already have it done here, right? Yeah. Okay. Home. So I have to select everything, all numbers. home currency for accounting, US dollar. And I can now remove the decimal numbers by clicking on the arrow left, arrow right, sorry. Yes. So our pivot is ready. Now you can insert the chart. So we go to pivot table analyze and then pivot chart. Now you can see combo here. Combo. Yeah, the last one. So now for the combo, we have to be a bit careful. For the first one, Excel is giving us the possibility to have it as a bar. You can say, okay, I don't need a bar. Let it be just a line. Okay. You can take a dotted line like this one if you want. And for this one too, you can take dotted line or marked line. Now you can send the expenditure or send one of them as second axis. If you check on second axis here, this one will be the second axis. Okay. So let's click here. Second axis. Now you see how it is changing. Okay. And okay. Now the rest is customization. So you can now go to make things hidden like this. So the legend can go down, so you can go to design and choose black first and layout. Let's take this one. Second one. Yeah. And it is done. You can add the title. You can even add data labels if you want. But the danger is it is overlapping. So there's no need. When you hover it, it is also giving you the information. So there's no need. So yeah. Average approved budget versus expenditures. So economically, what does it say? I don't know if you want to interpret like this gap.
Year of 2004,
Uh-huh.
the average expense is high.
In 2020, this 2020.
The high to 2004.
Yeah, expenditures were higher than an average approved budgets. Yeah, 2020.
2003.
Yeah, 22. Now it is the opposite. And 2023 also. Things have changed. Like approved is greater than expenditures.
Yes.
Yes. So each graphic is worth 1,000 words. You can interpret as you want. So let's cut it and we move it to our dashboard. Okay, Control V. Wow, that's wonderful. So now we can connect the two slicers to the new plot also. You know how to do it. So we go to slicer, then report connection. Then we can connect our first slicer to the pivot table 5. Something bad has happened. Oh, yeah, you know, it is a yearly data. So it is actually a crime. Yeah, to connect years to this graph. So we are going to remove it. So let's remove. So the yearly one should not take the last one. Yeah. Yeah. So the last pivot is free. Why is it behaving like this? Should I refresh? So if I say quarter one, oh, okay, okay. So let's release everything. Even the quarter is linked to it. So what's going on here? Let me refresh to see what's going on here. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so we just have to link the first slicer. So for the second one, don't link it to the last chart because it's going to just bring one bar, which is not right. So what else can we bring in? Give me one example from the data. When you look at the data, what else can we bring in?
Status.
Hmm?
Status.
Mm-hmm.
Year.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So we can take the last plot and then include the variable status. Yeah, we can do that. So let's do that. Insert existing. Okay. Now we take status as a column, year as a row. Then what?
Status and year.
Approved. What else? We do for approved only or for also, you can include released. You include? If this is released, no, it's actual. Yes. So we have watch and so and so. Yeah. Let's have a look at the graphic to see whether it's something we can go for. Pivot charts. Then we come back. Sorry. Let me take the averages first. Average. And then change the values to dollar. So we go to home, currency. Sorry, not that one. Please. All right. So combo, right? It is so messy. So
Change all to line.
yeah, all two lines. Clustered colon to this one, this one, this one. Now what will be the second axis?
It's better to remove one, to remove maybe like approve
Yes, good idea.
to one then off you can.
I think let me remove the. We used remove We use approved a lot. We want to see the actual expenditures by ministries. Yes. And we don't need actually a combo here. We can just do, if you want to compare by status, you can just do a line graph like this one. Where's line? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to include the mapped, you can change the type. Right click on the graph and then change type. You can now be able to, yeah, include the one with markers like this. Then design, add colors, add titles. If it looks good for you, then you import it to the dashboard. So and so. I don't know. AI is capitalizing each word nowadays. I don't know if it is the right way of doing things. Yeah, it's already good to be taken into the dashboard, so we can. What? What's going on? What? So the alignment of graphs is something that Excel is struggling with. So you will see life better when you start Power BI sessions. So Power BI is very good when it comes to aligning graphics, tables, and yeah, and slicers. Yeah. So the design is up to you. So I've done what I could in terms of design.
We need
Yes.
KPI,
Come again.
KPI and card.
Yeah, it will come. The KPIs, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Adding,
Hmm?
adding,
Add-ins. So for the KPIs, it's not complicated. And add-ins, I honestly don't know what exactly it is, and we can still search what is add-ins. Yeah. Okay. So we have many data sources we can bring in. This is just, as you can see here, this is just a, how do you call it? This is just a dashboard with a single data source. Yeah, we can have also a dashboard combining many sources of data, and then for that we need to create a model, a data model. So before we get to that, I don't know if I should continue with the tech functions. So take us back a little bit to do data cleaning, since it is also part of our daily works. Um, yeah, your question is saved in my mind. Yeah, I will address it. Yeah. So you already did the conditional aggregates. Do you have time to go through it when you get to your hotel? Normally, I expect that you go through it and then you come back very informed about this. Okay. So we covered most of them. I just wanted us to go through, yeah, this exercise of yesterday. Text functions, which are very important when it comes to data cleaning. You see that you can receive data and then you have things like this. See? Yeah. So you may want to like split. You have a raw data like this, and then you split into like ministry of, and just take this part, capital province, and then figure it. So it is this function, text split, that does it for you. So you can split text by what? Or you can use last part. Okay, last part text after, and then the delimiter is hyphen, and -1. You know that it is what? The -1 from yesterday when we were sorting from last. Yeah. When you see -1 means that it's descending from the last two. Yes. Yeah, it's even there. So the text after -1 comes from the end to this. Okay. And then you can also format dates. So you have text, and then you put the date inside. You can format it into month and year. Yes. You can use even trim text. Trimming is what? Sometimes text comes with blanks in the beginning or also at the end. Yeah, this one, trim, does it directly both sides, left and right.
Even
Unless you specify left and right. That's how it is. Yeah. Text join is combining text. The text splitting is splitting it. Yeah. Yes. Do you want us to get into examples, or it's fine? You just yeah. Example. So just a small example. Let me add it here, and then we can copy from the data up. So it's very important in data cleaning. So that's why I want us to go through it also. So assume that this one does not exist. Okay. So data is coming from the PPTX, the PowerPoint. So let's use the text after formula text after. So you choose one of them, right? And you want to split you want to take that just the last part, and we need the text after hyphen. Okay. So the character is hyphen. And now the instance delimiter instance number match mode. Let me check this. Text after and then -1. Sorry. -1 to start. I think we need another comma here. So it doesn't work on this one. Yeah, sure. Let me try on this one too. Let me remove this comma. Huh? Oh, okay. Yes. Now here we need an error an error handler or handler. Right? So for error handling, you have it inside here. If not found, if you can highlight this one, if not found, and then do the error handling. So I think we need more commas until we get into that variable. 1, 2, 3. So not found. Or So normally, this function does not apply to what is up here. So we can write an if function. If you can write an if function to say that if it is error, then just take this one in place. Just copy from here and put it here. So how are we going to address it? Now it is an error, right? So if it is an error, then just copy means that there is no hyphen in the data. So we just copy this and paste it there. How do we do that? There's a function if error. Yes. If it is an error, you just click on this. Yeah? Yes. Yeah. So if it is an error, then copy from A2. Yes. Now, what do you notice? See the alignment between Ministry of and the other variables. Yeah, we need to trim because there is a space. So we can same formula for everyone. So we can add the trim function before. and you close it here. Now, do you see how now things are? You see formula is capital F, this is small m, capital province, Kigali is all in capital. So how are we going to address this? So there's a function also for that. So before trim, we are going to also add the function called proper. Proper, yes. Proper. Then we close it. Now it is capitalizing. Yeah. It is capitalizing each word. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, the formulas. So after this is coffee time and stretch. So we can do 10 push-ups each. Each of us can do 10 push-ups. Tamam, tamam. Mia, mia.
Why is this not for after?
No, it is because there's no hyphen. Yeah. Which line is on? It's on A. Sorry?
Also capital or
No. Mm-hmm. Before you were no, we skipped. So, we are having version problems again. This is a version problem. Aye. So, but you know how it works, right?
Yeah.
You have the setup, you can also reinstall it later on. So we can skip. You can skip it. Yeah. But anything else coming after will be okay. So if you don't have text after, you have alternatives. You can use maybe the left and then find. So we are going to use another alternative. Yeah.
I need to add slicer. Yeah.
Slicer, okay. All right. So you go to click on one of the yes, then you have this. Insert slicer. Then you can choose. In 2024. Yeah? I have to present it. So the alternative here is to combine the left function with the find function. So we are learning two things. Okay. So first of all, let's use the find function. If you want to find where where hyphen is found in, let's say this. So this will bring the index, right? The index of where dash is. You see dash, right? So if you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it is at the 8th position. All right. Now, if you no, it's not left. It is right. Sorry. We have left and right. Right is when you start from, the last character until the first one. So we want to be able to get text that is after hyphen as the text after function does. So we are going to couple the two functions right and find. All right. So for capital province, for instance, this combination, the hyphen is found at position 8. So we are going to tell Excel, give me everything from left to from right to left until you reach hyphen. Okay. So we are going to do this is equal to, so right, and we click on the text, right? And then the number. The number we are going to now couple it with the find function. So find where hyphen is in the text. Why is it saying province? Oh,
Minus.
huh?
Minus.
Sorry?
Take the length of the word minus the
Yes. So the length of the word, the all word minus, yes. Yeah. So we couple many functions. So length of this minus, yes. Yeah, thank you very much. So do you understand this? The length of the word is everything. So you count all characters. This is this one. Minus 8 will give you what? Exactly this. And when you say right, right from right to left, and this number will be, if it is 20 minus 8, you reach it, you get exactly the number of left of characters. Is it understandable? Yes. So you can do so, and if you drag the formula down, you are going to get now K3 and Kiga, which will bring another issue. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then since
First one.
Hmm?
Just find first one.
Yes, if let me check. There's an option in the, let me check in the find. I don't know if there is within start num. So we can do -1 to see whether it could. It's not working. What is start num then? Let me check. It's not giving me the options. I thought maybe it could give me something that like find first. Start num. Starting number. All right. So this yeah. I don't know if you can also like do it for, so we can, if you get this one, you can reapply. You know, cleaning process can take time, right? You can write another query or write another function to do the splitting again and again. But yeah, what is good with text after is that it's just straightforward. Okay.
You only
Hmm?
have to.
Sorry.
You want to only have to.
Yes, I want to trim Kigali only. So I think there is a way of doing it. Where is?
But if you click on the remove length, please.
If you remove length, it is going to cut it somewhere here. Province.
No.
Hmm?
The problem is the two minor.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
The second one has 2 minus. Hmm. Yeah. Let's not kill our times here. Some of us have the 2024. It is working for them, right? So I think you can take it as that. And you know that you can still write the split again and again. Yeah, and you can couple it with if functions. Like if you encounter 2 times, then you redo the process. It can work. So yeah. Then I just want to cover the functions we have here, and it's something that you have in your hands. You can use them anytime. You know. Yeah. So the text split also can work for us. Okay. Text split now, if you provide a pattern, the splitting will work on that pattern. So let's use the text split function. So what you do is text split, and then you choose this, and we provide the character, the splitting character. So now this one doesn't have any hyphen, so it is just bringing what is existing. Now imagine here, you see? Now, since we provided hyphen as a as a splitting pattern, you see what is happening. For the last one, you have like 3 columns, 2026, Q3, and Kigali. And this one, you have only 2. Yeah. So in case, yeah, you know, when you are doing data cleaning, sometimes you can filter cases that verify this one. You do the splitting on them. You know how to filter data. You toggle the filter, you just choose the ones corresponding to this particular case. You split them into 3, and then you can release the filter. Take this particular case with only one hyphen, if you have many, and then you do the splitting also. You can also do them separately in different sheets. So that's to show you how those functions are working. Yeah. And another function is the proper, you know it already. Left works as right. So you want to extract text from left to right based on, like, you from left, it starts from the index 1 until you give a stopping point. So it's, yeah. And this one is just formatting dates. So I think most of them we have covered them. And then I'm going to answer the question of is it Mariam or Habib?
Not that my
Namara.
Huh? Mariam.
Namara.
Huh?
Namara.
Uh, Namari.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. So she asked me, how can I, it's in the budget execution, right? How can we split year quarter, right, into, what is it? It's this one here. So she asked me, how can I have two variables? Just an example. They're already in the data. Year and num are there. So if I want, I can delete them, right? I can delete them from my data. So it is going to affect the dashboard. The dashboard will suffer from it. But I'm bringing them back. So I'm going to insert two columns, 1, 2, because I know the splitting will bring two variables. So this is year, and this one will be quarter number. So I'm going to use the split function. But now the danger here is that my data is in the table format. So those split functions, sometimes they don't work. They will bring issues. So text split, I take this one, and what will be the splitting character? Capital Q, yeah, or Q. So splitting character will be just Q. You see, it's not working. So that's the problem of these functions. What we are going to do is to go to insert. We go to the table design, right? Table design, and then we are going to change. Control Z. Is there any way it should work? So what I'm going to do is to take this one out, right? You copy and paste somewhere here. So it is just here, and then you can write your formula, okay? Is equal to split, text split. Text split this, and splitting parameter is Q. So you have this. You can select the two together like this and double click. Only this one. Double click here. Why is it not working? All right. The double click was not working. Is it okay? Huh? Good, right?
I'm not finding my Excel split.
Text split? You don't have? What? Okay, let me forget about that. Who has it? You have? No one. You have. Only the boss. Yeah, tomorrow we are going to install it. So 2024 can be cracked?
It's there.
Oh, okay. Mm, so, yeah, let's try left. It's easy.
It's one of four.
Yeah. So we are going to try left for what? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can do that. We can do that later on. Yeah. So let's try left. Okay. All of us is equal to left until we find what? So from left until you reach Q. Yeah. So from left, click on this one until you find character Q. Where? From this. Formula is missing. Oh, okay. Closing parenthesis. So now where is the danger? There's danger here. I wanted it to come from participants. So you do -1 because Q is included. So the index of Q is the one bringing Q in the pattern. So if you do 1 -1, Q disappears. Yes. Now you can use the same formula to extract quarters. So how do you extract quarters? Now it is from right to left. So it's no longer left. So you can use right? Right, text. And since we know there is only one character we are targeting, is there any way to write the find function? We don't need the find function, right? So what could be replacing the find function? How many characters do we need from left to right?
This one.
Only one. Yes. Finish. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, try, please. Try. So in computer science or data science, you have multiple solutions. One person can have their solution, another one has their solution. So there is no fixed solution at all. Even this find function, we can replace it with what? We just need 4 as here, right? If you put 4, so from left to right, we need 4 characters. It's going to work. Yeah, you just replace with 4. Brings you your 4 characters, which are years. Yeah. Okay. Data, I think, is split from a colon. Where is the split from colon? We are looking. Yeah. Even this one could work. From data, then you have this function, this text to colon. It does the splitting also for you. So you can just say the splitting pattern is Q. Then it works. So let's try it by example. This text to colon. And yeah, the delimiter now you can do next. and the delimiter is order, so you use Q. You see how it is separated now? Yeah. Let me repeat. Select the quarter, year, right? Go to data, text to colon, then next. The delimiter, you just click on other, and then Q. So the delimiting parameter is Q, then finish. Yeah. This one is even better, now it is splitting. Yes. And the existing one is disappearing, which is, I don't know if it is a good idea. So I'm going to do Control Z. Yeah. So there is a way of changing this. When you see that a number is shifting to the left, means that it is text. Since we are dealing with text, so you can still convert them back to numeric if you want, to numbers. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. So let's continue. We have 3 slides to cover, and when we finish the 3 slides, we are going to I'm going to introduce you to Power Queries. So when we do Power Queries, we'll get back to pivot tables using now a data model, instead of just a single range of data. Yes. So now that we know how to deal with text, there is this last function remaining, text join. So for the text join, you have go to the data tables I gave you. My friend is Kawo, finished. What are we going to do? You are already tired. So there is household data in the group of data I gave you. So click on household data, household survey. We are going to apply one of the join functions on it. Okay. First of all, do you have the text join function? We verify. If you have it, then okay. If you don't have it, you don't have. Text join, you don't have. You don't have. Oh, you have. Okay. So from region and area, we are going to construct a new variable. So you can call it region area, a new variable like this. Okay. And what we are going to do, you do equal text join. Now you have to provide the delimiter. How do you delimit? Like when you join, is it hyphen? Is it like a comma in a space? Yeah. Let's try hyphen. And now you have to, if you say true, means that ignore empty cells. Okay. True means ignore empty cells. Now, first text is this one, and second text is this one. Yes, please. So you can have up to n, up to infinity text if you want. Yeah, so you can see border region A hyphen rural. You see? So if you had converted this into a table, it's very easy. You just do for one and then pop, everything is done. And we have like two alternatives for this text join. But the particularity of text join is like you can join many columns. But the other alternatives are very boring. Like you have to do manually this and this and that. But this one replicates the delimiter if you have more than one columns. Okay. Yes. You can also use this function if it is just one. Okay. Is equal to, and then you take the region. And you use this function, the ampersand or the and you can just use the delimiter as text like this and use the ampersand again to add now C2, which is area. So basically this gives also the same result. Yes. You can also use the concatenate function. This is another alternative, but that one is like 2 by 2. It's not many columns. Concatenate function. Concat also works. So you can now use B2, and then in the middle you add the hyphen and C2. So those are alternatives. Yes. So I think for text functions we are good. We can split text. We can retrieve text values from a text, and we can find a particular character in a text, and so and so. So you can learn more about text functions. So I think we are done for this slide. Let me move down. So now we are going to work with date and time. Yes, very important also when it comes to data analytics, especially when dates differ in terms of format. Yeah. So we are going to use these different functions. Let me just copy and paste into Excel. Just for me to not go back to look for them. Okay. So I'm going to apply all those functions on, like in Excel, if you want to detect the date of today, you know how to do it? Today's date in Excel, like current date is equal to today. In Excel, today gives you the date of today. So, and sometimes you wonder, what is the end of this month? Is it 30 or 31? So the first function is giving you that possibility, end of month. So EO, month, give you the end of month. If you don't know exactly at which date the month is ending. So this is the end of month. So you can use the end of month function, which is already in Excel, apply it on the date. And now the zero, so now I don't know the explanation of the zero. Yeah, this one is giving you also a date, but a date is a number. It's a number, okay? So how do we convert it back to a date format? You just have to click here and then say short date. So this month will end off on the what? On the 31st. Yes. So if you have a date, like, let me put the date somewhere here, like 4 years ago. Let me say, 27 February or maybe March. March is 03, 2022, for instance. So how many days do we have from this date and today? In terms of days, how many days? So how do you calculate the number of days between this date and today? Is equal to, how do we access today's date? How do we get the today's date? You already know, it's this one. We use the function today, right? So it is equal to today minus before. This is this one. So now it is bringing it as dates. So you just have to change it into numbers. Yeah. So we have like 1600, 1600 days. Now, if you have an existing date like this one, and you want to add like 6 months to that date, this is the add months formula. So you can do plus 6 months. So the plus also is let me do space plus. Yeah. To this date, if you want to add plus 6 months, you just do e date. This number of months to add is just 6. So again, this is a date. You just have to convert it into short date. Yes. So March, 6 months after March is September, which is good, right? Yeah. Yes. And now you can also check, yeah, the ISO week number. Okay. So given a date, you can also check what is the week number in a year. We have like 53 weeks in a year, right? So now if you check what is the week number, you just have to use ISO week number. So anything I try, you also try, so that we move together, please. So this is the 12th week in the year, currently. No, not this one. Let's say today. Let me apply it on today. ISO week. So today, we are in the 33rd week of the year. Yeah. So we still have like 20 weeks to complete the 2026. Is right. Yeah. And as on the first day, right, we were able to construct, was it yesterday? When we were filtering by date, I used the date function. So the date function needs year, month, and day. So if you want to turn this into to a date is also this is equal to date 2026 April and 15. So this one converts that entry into date. Finish. Okay. So in the data cleaning, you can couple left, right, and so to be able to harmonize your data if you have like data coming from different sources. Yes, this is okay. And you have the slides, please try things, when you get to the hotel, take like 30 minutes before going to bed. Then we have these formulas also. So I don't know if they are going to work in your computer. I wonder, since we have like a clash of versions or problem of versions. So let me try copy and paste them here. So fiscal quarter. So we are going to use it on one date. So ignore the current, that on this current or on this row, ignore it because we are not dealing with a table, unless we want to apply it on real data like these ones. Do we have any date here? We don't have. Regional, we don't have dates. So I'm going just to try it out here. So it's equal to Q and round up. Okay. So instead of so that function month, this is something I also forgot. The function month here, if you apply it on a certain date, it is going to extract the month of that date. Let me apply it here. Is equal to month. What will be the output of this? I want the month from that date. I want to extract month only. Come on. What is here? Date, month. Yeah. So I need month. Eight. Yes, it is going to bring 8. So if I need the day, okay, of this, what will it bring? Yeah. And if I need year, it's also going to bring the year from that date. Yeah. Okay. And what if you need the weekday? What is the weekday? Yeah, the name of today is what? Thursday. Yeah, it's going to bring 5. Yeah, 5, which is the 5th day. Now, there's a problem. You have to specify to the weekday what is the starting point of your dates. So if Monday is starting with 1, yeah, and then Sunday is 7, then we have to provide the second option. So let's double click on the second option. Now Thursday is the 4th day. Yes. Yeah. Now let's try the fiscal quarter. So now you know what exactly is the, when you apply month on a certain date, right? It's going to provide the month, and then you divide it by 3, and then you round up to 0 decimals. And then you just have to, the ampersand is just binding the final number to the Q, and then you calculate the quarter. Yes, this is how we calculate the quarters. Okay. Yes. So this one, what is the quarter here? The fiscal quarter. So it is equal to Q combined. So concatenated to what? Round up. You can use round or round up. It's up to you. Okay. And then you extract the month from what? From this date. Divide by 3. And then you round to 0 decimals. Yes. So now you are in the third quarter. Yeah. But in Rwanda, it is not the same. The first quarter started last month. So the fiscal year in Rwanda is very different. So now we are still in the first one, right? This is now the first quarter for Rwanda. Yes. Of fiscal quarter. Benon, fiscal quarter for Rwanda is different than the one in Sudan.
Really?
Now we are in the first quarter, right? Fiscal quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Because we are in August, so it's in the first quarter.
Yes.
Our fiscal year starts in July.
Yes. So it's totally different from what is calculated here. Just to bring, yeah. Like if your fiscal year is starting in January, then we are in the third.
Yeah.
But in Rwanda, it is starting in July. Now we are in the first. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So the same, you can calculate the fiscal year, right? So you combine fiscal year. This is just a pattern. You can name it the way you want. FY means fiscal year, and then you extract year from the date, and it's done. So it's equal to fiscal year, and then you bind it with year of date. Yeah. Yeah, this is the fiscal year. Yeah. So you can play with text in Excel, just as if you are also coding. It's the same. If you are dealing with Python, you can encounter those kind of things. Even Power BI. So we are done with text. For applications, as we are moving forward, we will find applications. Yeah. Then last thing to cover after date and time is the Lambda functions. On the first day, I told you can write your custom functions and use them in Excel. This is the last thing we are going to cover until we get into. This one is already done. We did it on the very first day or second day. This one is done. And this is done today, yesterday and today. And from now on, we are going to do Power Query until tomorrow. So let's cover the Lambda functions very quickly. And then, yeah. So let's go back to the data called budget execution. Then we are going to do some computations. Build a new column using these formulas, or come up with our own function name and use it in our workbook. Okay. So locate the budget execution data, this one. This is our budget execution. So now this is already provided, but we can calculate it ourselves using functions. So execution percentage. So let's add a new variable to our table. So the let function here, like the variance, how do you calculate the variance? So you provide a variable, and then you say this is actual minus approved. So actual minus approved, you have to click under the column where there is approved, actual, and then minus. You click now in the cell where there is. No, you click on actual first, and then minus, and click on the cell where there is approved. So first row. And this will be stored in the variance, and then you say percentage. You do this divided by this, and then you return percentage. But this variance divided by approved, and then you output. This is the output percentage. For the lambda is similar. Now lambda is as if you are providing actual and approved, and then you make calculations. You see, you make calculations. But for the lambda, you need to go to formula and then create your own formula. Okay? So let's start with the let function. Let's go to let function. So it's equal to, and then we use the let. Please, let's go step by step together. Yeah. Let functions. So we are going to calculate now variance. So variance, I'm trying to create a variable based on two cells. So this is where is approved? No, so actual first. Actual expenditure minus approved. Now this calculation will be stored in variance. And then comma, we are going to define percentage, isn't it? Percentage is, after the comma, percentage will be variance divided by approved. Yes. And then the output is percentage. Yes. Then if you hit enter, what happened? 038. Yes, I know what happened. So the output normally should be 1 minus percentage if you want consistency. No, wait. Did I do things right? So we have like 0, 30. If I do 1 minus, no. Release budget. Let me check. I'm confused between release and actual expenditure. Maybe it is release budget. I don't know. But anyway, the function is working. Actual is approved. Actual minus approved. And then variance is, yes. This is just like yes. Let me change approved into something else. No, not up. Yeah. Let me change this. So this is actual. let's assume that actual is actually this one. Does it solve our problem? Mm, doesn't. I think it is good. It's good. Okay. Actually, what we are trying to to calculate is, is if you know how to calculate the growth rate, it's something similar. When you compare the actual budget and the approved one, you see, it means that the actual budget is like 38% lesser than the approved one, isn't it? Hmm? It checks the difference between the two values in terms of percentage. So if you encounter a positive value, means that actual is greater than approved, and so and so. So this is not bad. It's good. Hmm? It's a good formula. So now this is using let. We can also use the lambda function. Okay. So just to, we want to see the formula. Yes. Mhm. Yes. Okay. Wow, that's nice. Are we good? So now let's define our lambda function. So for that, we are going to formula. You see formula, the menu formula up here. And then, where is it? Yeah. Formula, you have name manager if you want to write your own formula. Okay. So go to the menu formulas and then name manager. Yeah. Then you could be able to insert a new formula. So from tomorrow, I will explain why we have those budget execution slicers. This is because we inserted without knowing formulas into our pivot tables. Yeah, those formulas they are called actually DAX. So this is how we call DAX is what? Data Analytics Expression in Excel. So those are formulas for DAX, and they are in the Power Query. So we can create. Are we together? Yeah, new. Then we can call the formula execution percentage PCT, or you can give it proper name like this: execution percentage. Now we are going to use, after the equal sign refers to, we use the lambda function. And we are going to provide now inputs, okay? So first is actual, and then the second argument is what? Approved, right? Now what is coming after is the output. So how did we calculate things there? We did this. First of all, we said it is actual minus what? Actual minus approved, then divided by, this is the variance, right? You confirm? This is the variance. Yeah. And then divided by, sorry. Approved, and then divided by approved. This is the exact same thing we did in the let function. So this is basically the variance, and then the percentage is equal to variance divided by approved. Let me write it up here so that you can see. This is just a comment. Okay. So it's equal to lambda actual. So input actual, input approved, and then actual minus approved, which is variance divided by approved. So if you click OK, now you have a function that is working, a working function that is now available in your workbook. So you can start with equal so that you can use your function. So if you search execution percentage. So it's appearing. The function is here. Right? If you double click, now what is the actual colon? Is you see it is behaving exactly like the other functions we were using before. So now it needs the input actual. So the input actual, you just have to go to actual, click on it, then comma. Now it needs what? Approved. You see, it needs approved. And then you go to approved, and you close the parentheses. Then hit enter. Yeah, it is bringing exactly the same thing as the let function. Yeah, so you have two alternatives. You use let function or you create your custom function so that you can reuse it as much as you can in the workbook.
Like subclass,
Sorry?
like subclass.
Yes, if you want, yeah, it's like a subclass. But I don't know if classes work in Excel.
Not an Excel.
Yeah.
Object oriented.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Try to understand the job.
It's just a custom function that works fine, like other functions in Excel. Yes. Yes. Defined functions. So that was the last thing to cover from my slides. Anything else is already covered. So we are going to, no, not the last thing. The last thing is Power Query, which is very, very, very important and very powerful. Okay. So you are all computer scientists, so you have already heard about ETLs, extract, transform, and load data. So this is actually what the Power Query is doing. So extracting is just getting data from various sources, and then you extract from those various files, servers into Power Query, and then you can transform them and load them now as maybe connections or as tables to be able to use them. And last time from the day we met in the restaurant, someone was asking whether we can refresh and then see a real-time dashboard being updated as data is coming in. Yeah, Power Query can do it. You just refresh, and then you have information popping up if you include new data in the connection. So, CEO, did you want to jump in? I don't know. I saw you moving. Not necessarily.
I think
Yeah.
we just going to communicate
After. Is there any game today?
No.
We finish at 2.
Do we need to?
Not really.
Because we, as I said, we are remaining with Power Query,
Only.
which you can cover tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I have a meeting at 2, so I have to run. So I'm going to introduce you to how to load data into Power Query, and then we dive deep down in it from tomorrow. So, yeah, those are the functionalities. You get data, transform, you load, and then you can create what we call power pivots. After creating power pivots, you can also have power visualizations. So, and actually, you don't need to merge data. You just have to have separate data, and then you will have the links in between. This is what we call a model. Okay. Now we have a table of budget. We have the table of ministries, and then we also have calendar. I think I have not yet provided this data, right? Let me check whether you have them here. But we are going to load. We have data for ministries here, regional. 。 . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . No, this data I've not yet provided it. I will give it to you, but I'm going to show you how to load data from this CSV file into Power Query, and then we can end it. Do you have a game? Do you have games?
No.
You don't have.
Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, I wanted them to play.
Maybe
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay. Just to ask. Yeah. So for that, we are going to create a new. Let's create a new workbook. Okay. Let's create a new book, not workbook, so that it can serve as dashboard for the Power Query now. So right click. Huh?
Send them on WhatsApp.
No, I'm going to simulate it. I don't have it. Yeah. I'm going to simulate. But they have this execution. You can load execution for today, and then that's it. This execution data. You have it, right? You have been using it. Yes. And the danger here, there's CSV files. So everything, the dashboard you have been doing, if you save as XLS. Otherwise, all the dashboard will disappear. So before we close, save this. This is still in a CSV. So if you close and then you say you saved something, actually, it is just going to save the first worksheet, and the rest will disappear. Yeah. So let's do this. Save as, and then we are going to use, instead of CSV, you are going to use Excel workbook. Yeah. This will save all our struggle there. Yes. Now you are safe to close. The dashboard will remain, and everything is there. File and save as. Save as. And then Excel workbook. Excel workbook, yes. If you save as CSV again, then data will disappear. So let's do right click in our folder or anywhere you're working, and then click on new, and then new workbook. So you can give it a name. Me, I'm going to name it Power Query. Just an indicative name. Yes. So it's just creating a blank sheet. You have many ways to do that. You open Excel, and then you can create and save it in your folder. But shortcut is just create it in your folder by doing a right click. So how do we access Power Query is from data. So you go to data, you have a new workbook open. Yeah, you can just do new. Yes, blank. Right click, new. Then save. Yes. Now select where your shops. Select where your folder is. Click on this one. where are we working?
البروجكت ولا الملف؟
Yeah, that.
انت مش شغال في ايه؟ شغال في الشغل ده لا يعمله
So,
الشغل كله.
so now we go to data, right? And you'll see the first icon here, get data. This is where Power Query is starting from, getting data from external sources. So you can see from CSV, from the web, from table, from, you can even have from PDF. Yeah, from files. So you can even extract data from PDFs. Yeah. So now that we saved our budget execution into Excel, we can go and fetch it. But if you didn't do, you can still use from text and CSV to get the CSV data. So okay, let's go and get the CSV data. So CSV, yeah, from CSV. So it is going to give us a prompt and then, yes. You see budget execution CSV, right? Yeah. Yeah, you go to data and then fetch budget execution. Good? All right, and then you import. Now, don't load. Click on transform. Click on transform. Finish. Now it is going to open now Power Query. This is Power Query where you can also like do some operations on the data. Okay. So this is the interface of Power Query. If you want to have maybe, I think for you don't yet have the 100%, 0% data quality. You do? You already have? No, it is not yet activated. I just want to show them how to activate. So if you want to activate valid, error, empty to see the data quality, you go to view, and under view, you will see column quality. And you will notice that yours is not activated. So if you activate it, you are going to see the data quality indicators. So valid means that all entries are there. There's no missing value. So if valid is not 100%, then you will see that empty will be the number of missing values in the column. And then we have column profile and column distribution. So if you click on one column like this, let me click. Yeah, because column profile is activated up here, it is giving you a bar chart with numbers by, the counts by year. Okay. So for each year, you have like 192 entries. All right. So you just have to click on one column to see the distributions like this. If I click on, yeah, this quarter, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Yeah. Yeah. So instead of profile, you can take rather distribution. So distribution. So you see the distribution under the data quality indicators. Yeah. You can delete a column if you want by just doing right click and then delete or rename. You have options there. You have even, you can transform even a column. When you go to transform, you'll have the same functions we are using in Excel. Trimming and rounding if you want, absolute value, yeah, and so and so. This is for numbers. But now if you are dealing with text, if you do right click and then transform, you are going to see trim, clean, capitalize each other, each word. So the capitalize each word is which one? Is proper. Yes, we use proper in Excel. Here it is capitalized each word. So you can determine the length and so and so. Save into JSON if you want. Yes, this is how we. So now, if you see that everything is okay, now you have to send the data into a model. So you go back to home, and then you see the close and load, right? You don't click on you click on the second option. Click on the drop down, this drop down, and then second option. So the button has two layers. So don't click up. You click up, it is taking the first option, which is something we don't want. So you click on the second layer of the function, and then you'll have a second option. Okay. So now let's take the second option, and from the second option, instead of saving data as a table, this is what is in the first option. But we are going to add the data into a model rather than saving it as a table. So we click on create a connection only. We need a connection to the data source only. We need only a connection to, yeah. And now if you need a connection, then we are going to add it to a data model. Yes. And we click on OK. You see that data now is going to be loaded in the model. All right? Yes. Now, maybe before you didn't have this because you don't have any model created. Now the model is there. You can click on data model to see. Okay. So you only have a single source. Tomorrow, tonight, I'm going to generate data. Okay. And then send for this example, a particular example, so that we can have tables we can link. Okay. Tomorrow morning it will be Power BI, Power Query. So if you click on data model, if it is your first time using it, you will get a prompt. Do you want to activate it? Click. Click on the data model. Yes. Enable it. Click on enable. Yes. 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 So this is the data that is in the model, and now you can even see the data diagram. For people who have been dealing with SQL servers and the data, the table schema. So, yes, to have a diagram of the schema. And, yeah. A question?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Go
Okay. So now you have the diagram view. If you click on it, yes, you see the table is appearing here. It's actually exactly what you are seeing when you want to visualize the diagram of your relations, or you can call it also a schema in SQL. If you are using DB, DB view, DB, DB, DBiva, DBiva, or Workbench. Yes. Yeah, you are going to see things like this. Your tables, now it is only one table. So if you have another table, and maybe you can link them by quarter or ministry ID, something like that. So you will see like line. It could be like one to many, many to many. Yeah, those kind of things. Yes, I take. That's it. So tomorrow or tonight, I'm sending the data. Then since you know how to load into Power Query, you can try. Just try. If you break it, you repair tomorrow. Yeah. So, now after loading the data into a model, if you create the relations, in Excel you do them manually. You are just going to take maybe ministry and then you link it to another table, something like that. Drag and drop. Yes. If you finish that, that's it, and then you close. You can do Control S and then close the model. You close the model, and now you go back to, since data is already in the model here, you now go to Insert. You see, before when we were inserting, that option was hidden because we didn't have any model. Now you can insert from a model and do the exact same things we were doing before. You see? Now, this particular Power Pivot is that, you will be having many tables linked together. This is just for execution. Another table can come here. And the problem, the good thing is that you can take one variable from here, like here. Where did it go? So it comes here, and then you can now choose another variable from another table. See how dynamic it is. You don't need to merge data together. Only the relation between the table can bring you nice visuals. And it is the same thing we have been doing in the morning. That's it. Yeah. It's really interesting. Very, very interesting. And you can redo the same thing we have been doing in the morning, like, and then you take approve, get it here. Yeah. Now, if there is data about rural and whatever, I don't know, like the ministry invested in rural areas and the urban areas. If you have that aggregation from another table, it could also appear in there. So I'm going to take average. Yeah. And we come up with the same visual. No change, because it is a single source of data. Yeah. All right. That's what I have today. And tomorrow we'll finish with the Power Query and DAX. So, and then I will add KPIs to make good visualizations. Yeah. Yes.